Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today I wanted to do my full review on the Altra Lone Peak 7s. I've got 58 miles on them, so I think I have a little bit of idea of how I'm liking them. These are, I think, the fourth different version of Lone Peaks that I've owned, so they have been a staple for trail running for me. Some of the modifications they made to the 7 versus the 6 is they changed it to where there's no stitching on the upper, and they took out the drainage holes which were out here. I can't tell that big a difference with the stitching gone. I think it gives it a little bit more sleek look, but I really haven't noticed that big a difference anyway. Otherwise, and as far as the drainage holes, from the little bit of water I'm finding that there's still plenty of drainage through the upper here, through this material. So I really haven't had any issues with the drainage holes going away. The other major change they made that I can see is that they changed the outsole. They changed the design a little bit. They added a little extra rubber up here in the toe area and down in this heel area, which I think the design should help a little bit with grip, and it also should help a little bit with them wearing a little longer. They also said they have improved the rubber to make it grippier. From what I can tell, I think that's true. It does seem a little bit grippier with their MaxTrack outsole this time. The only thing I don't really know still is I think they might have made the rubber a little bit softer when I compare it to the Lone Peak 5 that I have. I don't actually own the 6. So it appears the rubber is maybe a little bit softer, so maybe it will not wear as long. But 60 miles in, I'm still doing good. I see a little bit of wear here on the heel, but there is a lot more rubber here, so I don't think that's going to cause a premature wear issue. Other than that, they still have the Ego midsole, 25 millimeters of stack height. That's considered a moderate cushion shoe, and I would agree. It's a good bit more stack height than the 21 millimeters that you get in the Ultra Superior, but even though they call it moderate, now more shoes are coming with more and more stack height, so I would probably call it to the lower end of moderate compared to what's out there. For instance, in the trail shoe world, Ultra also sells the Temp 4s, which have a 29 millimeter stack height with Ego Max, and they sell the Olympuses that have a 33 millimeter stack height. So it's like their second lowest as far as stack height out of 4 trail running shoes. But and I guess the Outroad is 28 or 29. That's a cross kind of a road to trail shoe. But I find it actually works really nice. I kind of like the thing I like about the little bit lower stack height. I also own the Temp 4s. I've tried on and run around a little bit in the Olympuses, but I find them a little bit more nimble, not being quite as high a stack height, and I think you feel the ground a little bit more. These still do have a rock plate, so you really don't feel sharp edges of rocks. You'll feel the rocks under your feet, which I don't think is a bad thing, but you don't really feel a sharp rock coming in because there is a rock plate in here, so I've found that very good. The shoes are working real well for me. My previous versions of Lone Peaks that I've used have lasted me between 400 and 450 miles. Usually what ends up happening is I'll wear down the tread, and even though there are some people that claim that they feel a breakdown in the midsole and feel that the shoe becomes dead probably 200-250 miles in, I haven't really felt that sensation, but I will say that they do feel a little deader when I get up around 400 miles. And I mean, these still feel wonderful so far. The Ego midsole feels great. Time will tell if I ever feel a breakdown there. The one thing I am a little bit concerned about as far as getting the 400 and 450 miles is just that the outsole rubber is a little bit softer, which does make it a little grippier, and we'll see if that lasts as long. I haven't had as good of experience with MaxTrack lasting quite as long as like a Vibram outsole, but it is less expensive, and it still is good grip and works well. The shoes are very flexible. You'll see you can really flex them and move them. They've got still the gator trap in the back. The They don't have a hook anymore, a metal hook but there's a place for the laces that make it easy to hook. I wear Dirty Girl gaiters, so it attaches real easily. Altra also makes good gaiters. Anyway, but I find that very helpful for keeping sand and rocks out of my shoes during trail runs. Anyway, so far I'm really enjoying the shoes. I ran in them last weekend for a half marathon on a kind of a sandy, parts of it were sandy, not a real super hilly course, and they worked great. Wherever we met rocks, it was no problem. They worked really well for me. I also used them some at my Jackalope Jam race, and I've used them just on general trail runs. When I go to Horseshoe Trail or the North Shore Trail in Grapevine, I've used it, and some of those have a little bit more rocks, and I've had no trouble at all. Anyway, so far I'm enjoying the shoe. I'll give another update once I get 250 miles in them, just to see how the outsole rubber is holding up. But other than that, I'm so far very satisfied, as I have been with the Lone Peaks in the past, and I'm enjoying the shoes. That's about all I have to say for my update on the Altra Lone Peak 7s. I will say they do come in, I weigh them on my scale. I have size 11.5 feet, so I have pretty big feet. They're coming in at like 11.7 ounces, so they're not a super lightweight trail shoe, but that's really not that heavy either for men's size 11.5. I guess they're probably around close to 11 ounces in a men's size 9. Anyway, thanks for watching today. I hope you're having a great week, and keep moving.